Let's see. It's getting a bit later in the day. It seems like we reasonably could go look into this situation with who's drug dealing out here. At least get some context for it. My meter's doing all right. We're near where I would normally do diagnoses, but it'd be pretty tough to start that now. What's going on out here? Oh, this sounds like it's starting something else too.
Don't be mad that they lied to you, doctor, sir. Respect begets fear.
My friends, good sirs, I beg of you, one at a time. One at a time, or all at once, it doesn't matter. Bid end irek yos jui by sun. We won't enter your house, Shen. Your house Murkai Unute. This is a hospital, not a house. Ill people should enter it at their earliest convenience, but if you're healthy, it really is up to you to decide if you're willing to take the risk. Oh, Dr. Dankovsky, hello. I took the initiative here and invited these esteemed ladies and gentlemen for research purposes, but I've encountered some difficulties. You see, they refuse to set foot in the hospital. Understandable. If it weren't for work, I'd stay away from the hospital too. I just... how do I put it without sounding impertinent? Oh, I'll just say it, and you can scold me later. I want to test a hypothesis. Since the last outbreak, there have been rumors that steppe folk aren't affected by the sand plague, that they're more resistant than others. So I thought maybe we could use that to formulate our vaccine. We are born from the earth and live by the earth, Shen. It protects us. Kamgal na. It severs ties with the earth. You severed ties with the earth long ago. That's why it takes you, pulls you down, Aladag. Is your hypothesis based solely on rumors, or is there some substantiated data? I've been questioning steppe folk here and there, and they all insist that shepherds and brides never get infected. The older ones, while the young catch the plague faster than anyone. They say old shepherds have had bulls by their side for a long time, and something passes from them to them from the bulls as Bodo's blessing. Apparently younger people sometimes can't withstand this blessing. Go on, I'm genuinely curious. It's particularly noteworthy because we know from other games that, like, there specifically is a cure that comes from the bulls, so this is a big deal. Oh, speaking my mind in front of you is outright terrifying, but I'll just have to soldier on. What if Bodo's blessing isn't superstition, but a scientific fact? So I took it one step further. I started asking if anyone has ever seen a plague-infected bull. And what do you know? No one has. Bodo loves her bulls, Shen. Bodo's love is stronger than death. Bukanud umdege. Bulls use their horns to gore the plague. That's what Bodo decreed. Actually, not all infections are transmissible between animals and humans. Our bodies are different, and we have different illnesses. But how do we know unless we test it? That said, I haven't managed to get a bull yet, and where would I even keep it? So, for now, I'm trying to bring in shepherds and brides for testing. You mean the Odong shepherds? I've been dreaming of taking a peek at their blood work myself, and not just because of the plague. But they never let us. Our blood is not for you. Our blood is for Bodo. There you go, just as I suspected. You'd probably have an easier time getting a bull to listen. You know, Doctor, in my wildest dreams, I'd take a bull and try to infect it with the plague. Then I'd observe what happens to a bull's body. Maybe we could even get a vaccine that way. Not this one-day thing we have, but a real one. You've got it all mixed up, little. The word vaccine is, of course, related to cows, but when the first vaccine in history was invented, it was about infecting people with a cow disease, not the other way around. Whoa. Vaccine is related to cow? I know that vaca means cow, so I'm like, hang on a minute. Vaccine cow etymology. Nope. The word vaccine and vaccination actually comes from a name for a pox virus, the cowpox virus, vaccinia to be exact. The word is based on cow. How weird is that? Everything is so weird all the time. Everything about every language and thing is weird. All right. It's even more complicated than that. They infected a child. Oh, the barbaric ways of our ancestors. With the illness of a woman who had previously contracted cowpox. I was reading about it all night. But doctor, it seems our local plague doesn't affect the bovine. No one's ever seen a sick bull. So if you and I infect one... You know, I actually like this idea. If old shepherds really do get infected less often, maybe the bulls give them immunity somehow. Or their isolation just leads to them not being around people. What do you want with the bulls? Be oil gonagib. I don't understand. Boss Vlad is in charge of the bulls. All the bulls are his. You need to ask him nicely. Old Kimsky's a reasonable man. Even if profit-driven, I should be able to persuade him to donate one bull for our experiments. So you'll handle getting us a bull, Doctor? Oh, lucky me. In the meantime, I'll prepare the plague shot. So we can, you know, expose our test subject to the contagion at once. Your enthusiasm is contagious. I can't wait to start the experiment. You've already decided you have other business, Erdem. Tell your Oitan to let us go. To stop us asking us to enter your house. To stop waiting for our blood. Give him the order. Good sirs and ladies, a bull is one thing, but your blood work could also be of great use. We can't make them do this, little. But if you think you can persuade them, then by all means, go ahead. Yep, time to talk to Boss Vlad. I'm waiting for him to come up. Wait, oh. Bull's Gray is here. I need one. Oh, the wolves in the steppe. May have gotten a little sidetracked. We do have competing objectives. It's a combination of trying to keep track of what's going on from day to day in real life, in that I come back on different days, every 4 episodes basically. This bug is so prevalent. Versus also the game having me loop over and over again, and that being its own challenge to remember each time too. Over here on the left. I think he has never been willing to talk to me so far in his own house. Just sort of stares at me. Just sits there, menacingly. Ooh, things to steal. I love stealing from rich men.
Someone must be punished for this sin.
Ah, it's you. What do you need, bachelor? Your hospital has already drained me dry. And its thirst still isn't quenched? Let's cut to the chase. I need a bull. You think it's that simple? You come here, ask for a bull, and I just open the gates for you. The abattoir is paralyzed. Hunger is looming over the town. People are stealing every last scrap of meat or offal they can find. And you want a whole bull. Who's going to compensate me for it? An actual negative to fuel and equipment. So you can spend these resources. That implies you can get more resources. So somewhere, I should be able to like find a dialogue option or something that would give me more resources, and then I'd have enough orderlies to actually do the next vaccine. I will. With the emergency command resources, a bull is essential for plague research, which means we need to spare no expenses. Fine. The bull will be delivered to you nice and proper. Soon. Don't worry about a thing. Just go about your business. I'll arrange everything. What a suspicious way to put that. I have to say, though, asking for payment for something that might, in the long run, save your life is a bit questionable. Dickhead. Alright, well, this is why I steal from you whenever I can. They didn't exactly give me a look at my resources, so I don't have a good concept of how much I just spent compared to how much I normally have, but I believe those are both things I have relatively large amounts of. It's not like I'm spending orderlies and like people. I think I tend to have like 1,000 of each thing, and then like 40 of each person, which is a narrower margin. There's gonna be a bull by the Stillwater at some point. Dare I look into this supposed wolf situation before we retire? Finding so many boxes that actually have things in them. Okay, mostly nuts. A lot of nut. I'm pretty close to a place where I could trade those in. Why not? Nut. Yeah. Nut. Nut. I've got 10 nut. You've got some glass. You're gonna want those. Kind of shockingly don't have any addictive substances in my inventory. Unusual of me to not have any stimulants to help me out if I get stuck in blue zone. Shit sucks when I get blued. Only 2 plague districts. Did I already do the plague bit? I actually don't remember if I've taken care of today's plague or not. I guess I can review the chart later. The graph. A whole delegation awaits me at the hospital. Either they came with gratitude for my work or to riot. They report bulls carry sandpest asymptomatically. Their immune system defeats the infection. Time to study a bull. But where do I get one? They didn't say asymptomatically. They said they don't get infected. Is what I thought they said. Asymptomatically is upsetting because that means the bulls carry the plague and infect people with them. I used my authority and spent command resources. Now they must bring me a bull. Time to infect it. That may have been the wrong call. I might change it in future runs or something. Just because it depends on what the guy at the stone wants. I should check. Probably. Just tempting just to accept the answer that's right in front of me. But the other guy might require resources that are specific to today. Whereas I think Vlad cost me resources that span the campaign. It's a net negative on my ability to do those certain types of decrees. Which we've never been limited by those stats. Those stats have never actually gotten my way at all, but I think they might be cumulatively ticking down the entire campaign. So the more days I gain access to, the more I'll be spread thin. Because I will have lost the game of attrition there after spending so many of them overall. But I'm not totes sure. Can't go that way. Or that way. You really can be oddly specific about where you're able to walk around here. You know anything? You weirdly can never talk to this guy. He just sort of hangs around, sweeping that one spot. But whenever I come down here, it's for a specific purpose, so it feels like he should be involved in some way with what's going on. And know what's up. Dead iron things. Just take a look and immediately back. I have a revolver, and it's stronger than any local evil. Be a store human. There's nothing to fear. The thought is, should I run? Definitely a voice. Is it over there? What happens if I go this way? Are those weird waves in the sky? That, like, oh, I can't go over there. I thought maybe that was a force field. Like, you can't go past that force field. And I'm like, why is there a physical force field? But I think it's just the fog rendering strangely in, like, ripples in the distance.
Think.
Need to hype myself up a little bit with the drugs I just bought, because damn.
Tired of this noise.
We were rapidly approaching apathy. This is not a very effective way of getting it back up, though. I think I've been here before. What a remarkable place. Was it the same beast that scattered the trains?
I'd rather not hear this.
Is it getting more manic just from hearing the distant noises?
I could use some quiet.
Well, if I knew this going in, I would have not increased my mania. If the whole zone was going to slowly increase it. They fear people. There are wolves in the steppe. Maybe these are just unwanted things. The bone? And the voice we're hearing isn't a wolf. A lot of resources here, though. Maybe I should be coming here more often, honestly. To, like, bolster a particular run's resources.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Oh, weird.
High strung.
Weird little cave. You heard a noise. The dog, like, coughed up a little bit for a second there. Nothing to fear. I have a revolver. I can always shoot myself. The dog just did one little and I was like, "You're right?" But there was no follow-up. So I guess that was it. You almost never hear anyone do that brief of a little choke. Like, any attempt to clear doesn't actually work on the first attempt so easily.
The town dribbles.
They fear people. They're wolves in the steppe. Same as before. Oh, it's getting dark. Does seem to just be the same maze every time. Did this one reveal anything new? It's hard to aim directly at it. What a remarkable place.
It was quiet until night ago.
Hello, child. Rawr! The steppe wolf. Well, you're the one howling right now. I never had thought of child could make that kind of sound. Impressive. Go away. Go away, human. I can't. No way. No way. How can I leave? You need help, that's obvious enough. They've stolen my face. Stolen it. Ow. What are you talking about? I'm looking you right in the face. It's there. The mask. The dog mask was my face. Without it, I can't contain my beastly nature. Ow. The fucking dog head's missing. Oh, so that's what this is about. You're one of those polyhedron kids, right? The dog heads, I think you were called. No, I'm not one of them anymore. Not without a face. Have they banished you? I've left on my own. Can't do without a face. Without a face, the beast will jump out, will pounce. So, how can this beast be pacified? The face. I need a face. It will contain the beast. Rawr. Ooh. Without a face, I need to hide. Need to go far from people. So you're not leaving this place without a dog mask. Don't you have any spares in the polyhedron? They've stolen them. Stolen our faces. No spare faces in the tower. Awoo. Who's stolen your faces, I mean? The cat lovers. Renegades who don't believe the beastly nature. Their chieftain has declared war on us. They've stolen our faces, stolen and hidden them. Soul and a halves, then. I'll look for a new face for you, girl. Their stash of trophies is probably at the warehouses somewhere. Gonna run through this whole system again? A man outside society is either a god or a beast. Soul and a halves hide stolen dog faces somewhere in the warehouse. Perhaps a mask could return the dog girl to civilization. Notkin's people robbed their rivals. Let the chieftain reign in his own. They're suggesting that I can go rob their cache, or I can go track down Notkin and confront him directly. It sounds potentially way smarter to talk to Notkin, just because if I go after their, oh, you can loot this one sometimes. I was trying to loot that one before, because as far as I can tell, I can't jump or climb, so there's no way to get in this train, I don't think. Which is raised from the ground. But there's loot just sitting in it. Alright, that was like a monstrous amount of loot. So many matches, oh my god. $12 calomel? Butterfly box, beetles, marbles, almost 15 more nuts again too, like damn.
Boiling, cracking, screeching.
Maybe this is what I need to do every day. Maybe every day should start with me running over here and grabbing all the supplies I can, and then trading the stuff I got with the kids and so on to get various medicines and stuff stacked up. Then just go and hunt down the Shabnaka deer that same day at the start of the run, then loop, and then I immediately am playing a new day with fewer hazards, and then I can do the real quests. Because that place might consistently have all those supplies. Just running around in it, it's just not that big of a deal. I've only been here when the story tells me to come here though, so I don't know if it's always open. You've got some explaining to do, Notkin. Is Notkin's name literal? As in, like, his name is Notkin? Which maybe even contains extra implication, given how many of the characters are specifically referred to as kin. The steppe folk and stuff. You two are just having a laugh of a time.
Should have kept quiet. A bargain's a bargain.
Check this gambit, mage.
My sister Maria's trying Mother's crown on already. But it may be too heavy for her.
The officer does not move that way. The officer moves where damn well pleases. He's the one giving orders, ain't he? Is this some sort of made-up chess? I'm unfamiliar with an officer piece. Use your eyes, Doc. Who do you think this guy on the horse is? A circus clown? Only officers can afford horses in a war. I'm gonna move him here to cover my profit. And what is a profit? Is that what you call a rook? What? Why a rook? I would assume it was a bishop. No rookies here. Only hardened veterans. The profit is a mighty useful piece. A mighty userful piece. He sits tight. Can't move a square, but he sees the enemy's moves before they happen. It can't move? It foresees the enemy's moves? Convenient indeed. And what is that piece over there? Whoa, Doc. You really don't know nothing, do you? That's a camel. Moves slow, but he carries other men across the desert in the middle of the board. This one, beside the camel, is the plague doctor. Many consider it weak, but only the plague doctor can undo the last 3 moves in the face of danger. A fascinating alternative to classical chess, don't you agree? Useless piece if you ask me. Can't capture nobody. He just announces them dead. He ain't even allowed to cut a pawn open, let alone the king. Notkin, we need to talk. Your urchin stole some masks from the polyhedron. Have you no shame? What's he talking about, chieftain? Did your people really raid the polyhedron? I wouldn't know, would I? Doc here thinks mine are the same as yours. Tell him, Khan. I don't care for no disciplined garbage. My soul and a halves are free people. They do what they want. Aren't you their chieftain? I thought they did what you said. Hey, listen to what I say. That ain't the same thing, see? But you old-timers can never understand. I thought you had a chain of command. If you get robbed, Doc, go bother the thieves. Didn't you see I'm in the middle of something? I have a profit to save. I'll tell you one thing, though. What you're looking for isn't here. The castle is for big, important stuff. Ain't no place for your petty garbage. Must be in a stash somewhere. Where exactly is that somewhere? Like I said, out there, on the streets. My guys make new stashes every day. Who keeps track? Them, hopefully. Hey, Casper, I saw it, you weasel. My camel was on that square, trying to swipe it while Doc was distracting me. Khan, talk some sense into him. This concerns your dog heads too. But there's no conversation to be had after that? Huh. That's the end of the conversation. I need some red. The soul and a half stole the dog heads' faces and hid them somewhere outside the warehouses. Outside the warehouses? So it's like specifically in this region but not indoors? How do I know something that specific? I don't know how I landed on that conclusion. How did I reach that dumpster? Is there a way through? Yeah. We can go through there.
Animated.
I've just got to run around and hit Q a whole lot. Probably some spot around here where there's some character that can give me a hint. Looking for anyone who I can talk to. Any door that'll open. Any container I can enter. And also any source of red that I can get before I'm dead. Oh my god, I'm actually full. Oh, that stacks. There we go.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
I've got to find a kid to trade to. This is getting silly. Locked. Open. Is this grief? This is grief. Maybe he knows. Or maybe he'll trade. Oh god, more items. Help. Grief, help. Do you have a clock in here I can store things in? I do. Oh wait, I can use the colored glass. I haven't used that yet. Gives me space for the water. The glass says there's something behind the Kane's house.
This month's train was loaded. Top shelf products.
Oh, look who's here. What are we feeling like today? Some tea, some booze, or some dead man's shoes? Do you have any dog masks for sale, Grief? What do you need them for? Going to a masked ball? The soul and a half stole some masks from polyhedron kids. Maybe you know where they keep trophies like that. You wouldn't last a day as a criminal, Dankovsky. Even kids are smarter than you. Who in their right mind would set up a stash and never change the spot? You always move around so no one catches on. I don't have that many trackers to go sniffing out kids' hideouts. Do you have any of those masks lying around? I need just the one. Well, that's a funny how do you do. Where'd you get the idea? Who do you think I am, my own enemy? To get on those kids' bad side by peddling their stuff? So even you were wary of them. Incredible. Still trade though. For a little bit of morphine. They cost 4 each? Jesus. Revolver bullet's not cheap either. I can combine that with water and strychnine, which I don't have right now, to make more healing things, which isn't necessarily a big deal, but it's a thing. I don't know if I'm going to have a use for bullets. More so than I already have. It's actually hard to say if I'll need any resources today at all.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
But I definitely think that the rest of the episode is going to be just be me running around this area looking for where these kids hide their shit. I'd like to be somewhat methodical about this, but it's also a little hard. There's a weird thing where when you click on a thing and then drag it over to combine it with the stack doesn't update its number until you then deselect the object. My inventory is very full. Something inspectable. Oh, it's just some glass. Which apparently I'm not full on. I went from having half a shard to no shard. Like that shard emptied. Don't know when that happened. Okay, let's double check. Where's the streak? Oh. Yeah, the streak just goes to the middle of the map because that's where the waypoint technically is listed, but it's a fake waypoint. That's meant to just indicate that I need to look around for the objective. Is this just where Notkin was? Yes. I guess we could ask Ruben if nothing else. Sure do know people around here. We can steal from him. 3 nutshells. Just genuinely don't have anywhere to put it right now. Was there a clock here? There was. I can put these reload components back in there. I believe all the clocks are connected. Bleh, this sucks. There's something stashed somewhere in this whole ass map and it's dark. not ideal. Another moment of me just kind of wondering, like, why can't I carry a light source?
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Does Dankovsky have to treat the whole thing like a stealth mission? Oops. That's the transition out of here. These are some sneaky little back alleys. Is anything interactive around here? Don't think I can crouch under here. Oh shit, my health. Definitely starting to feel like I've been everywhere. Which is a bad sign. The objective say again. It's just that they hit it somewhere. Okay, well this is gonna get old.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
I'm worried that maybe it's just like kind of out in the open somewhere. That wouldn't be much of a stash though. Like, what if my Batman vision doesn't work? Or what if it's hidden? Wait. Why is it blue? This is just grief. Why is everyone and their dog knows me? How am I better? I'm not. The planks in front of Grief's place affect me? Why is this one spot locked? Like, can I specifically do something there? I'm getting real tempted to look it up. Just to be like, alright, man. I looked everywhere. I gave it a good hustle, but I'm ready to move on with my life. Because where the fuck? Alright, let's see if we can find this nonsense. I caved. It looks like it's supposed to be... Oh god, the fucking flashbanging of going back and forth between the dark gameplay and the bright map. It's supposed to be like right here. Oh, there's a dog mask. Got one. Now who's this rustler and scratcher? You're doing a bad thing, mister. We don't sneak into that hospital of yours and steal your stuff. And you... Look at yourself. Come on, return our property, or you are one of those people who steal from kids. A little doggy howled that these masks don't belong to you. Why did you rob the dog heads? Aren't you ashamed? They're my masks. I'm a dog head myself, or I was, but not anymore. He's one of ours now, and he brought the masks. That makes them our masks. The tower kids can curse us till they're green in the face. We don't care. Their tower's on its last legs, too. It'll fall any day now. I still think you're lying to me. They're not your masks. The only liar here is you, mister. How can you say that? Now I'm cross with you. You can forget all about getting to see us burn them in the... You can forget all about getting to see us burn them in a bonfire at night. So, you're going to burn those masks anyway. Then I can't see why you won't let me have at least one. It's not an ordinary burning, it's a ceremonial? Ceremony. Ceremonial, I guess that makes more sense. Ceremonial, tot. You need the mask for a ritual to banish the dog spirit. What do you need them for, mister? Well, that's a lot of options. One girl is in a very bad state without her mask. A very bad state indeed. You might say she's fallen ill. Shame about that. But mister, if she's a dog girl, that makes her our enemy. How stupid would we be to give a mask to an enemy? This chit-chat's pointless, standing here wagging our tongues while life is passing us by. Listen up, mister. Do you at least have any tobacco, maybe? I might. How about you give us a 5e of tobacco and we give you a mask, but only one? Seriously? We were gonna burn them, banish the dog spirit. You only care about setting stuff on fire. Me? I fancy some snuff. I brought the mask, so it's fair that if I trade one off. Modest, too. What's a 5e? Never went to school or what, you dope? See the fingers? This many is a 5e. Now tobacco up or go on your merry way. I don't have that much on me. Then get it. But don't count on me waiting like a faithful dog. I'm burning the masks after nightfall. If you make it in time, I'll let you have one. For the tobacco. At least don't hand out tobacco to small kids or I'll be racked with guilt. Masquerade violation? Like a reference, is that a reference to Vampire the Masquerade? Where is this? My fiery diplomacy didn't work, but the kids are ready for specific barter. One mask for 5 handfuls of tobacco. Do I have any tobacco? No, I used the only one I had. I have 1 million nutshells, so it should be easy to get tobacco. But only if they don't burn them all. Which is, they said they'd burn them after nightfall, which it already is. So I might have failed. But if nothing else, I can collect the tobacco now, then come back to get the dog mask tomorrow, and succeed that time. The kids apathied me up. Rude. It's funny that I keep being like, oh yeah, I'm almost done with today's quest. Then I'm like, right. You have to visit all the key locations, including the hospital, because various characters will visit me at the hospital and at my home to initiate the quest in the first place. We were a little less used to that because I spent a lot of the game working on the backlog of quests, of things we already knew about, because we came from the future. So we were trying to fix the causality of what was up. But nowadays, we now know that we now no longer have any insights from the future beyond technically me having some knowledge from playing the other games a bit about the shape of the story, maybe. Do-do-do-do. Hello? But yeah, I don't enter these days with a pre-baked in quest log, but it does populate quickly. It would populate a little quicker if I visited certain locations that indicate what today's quests are going to be. Granted, my goal is usually do one quest at a time anyway, so they actually get finished and locked in. So knowing about them all at the beginning isn't that productive either. I got some tobacco. Tobacco is really cheap. Any strychnine, Meridorm. Did I already trade with her? She has a lot of nuts. Sure seems like it. An absolute nonsense number of matches. There unfortunately might not be enough tobacco left in the entire world. Which is a bit unfortunate for me, but that just means that just further indicates that I'll probably just have to come back tomorrow and use 2 days worth of accumulated tobacco. Two of the people I can trade with are in dangerous districts, which I wouldn't want to go to in general, but especially now it's dark, so that it'll be harder to navigate.
Living.
Either way, I should probably wrap this episode up. Just remembered how far along I was before the little break to figure out what was going on. I'll do this little bit of vendoring real quick. And then I will go ahead and come back next episode to check out the shard clue and loop around to tomorrow to clean up what I haven't been able to do today. I do not want any more matches. Water wouldn't hurt. Some water I can stack up is more helpful than some of the stuff I've got here. Alright. Next episode we'll continue to untangle this mess.